The WWE Universe was blindsided last night on live television as one of the most shocking and scandalous moments in WWE history unfolded. CM Punk and Becky Lynch, two of the most polarizing and electrifying superstars, were caught in a jaw-dropping moment kissing live on SmackDown in front of thousands of fans in the arena and millions watching around the world. The arena fell silent for a split second as cameras captured the unbelievable scene. Seth Rollins, one of the top WWE superstars and Becky Lynch's partner, was caught on live camera watching the scene unfold. His face went pale, his jaw tightened, and then, shock turned into heartbreak, tears streaming down his face as the reality sank in. The commentary team struggled to articulate what everyone in the arena was seeing. "Ladies and gentlemen, you are not seeing this. CM Punk and Becky Lynch, they just kissed." Seth Rollins, he's devastated. The WWE Universe cannot believe what they are witnessing right now. Fans erupted into chaos. Some cheered, some booed, and some sat in stunned silence. Social media exploded within seconds. Hashtags like #PunkLynchScandal, #SethInTears, and #SmackDown Drama were trending worldwide. Every fan, every superstar backstage, and every commentator knew that SmackDown would never be the same again. Seth Rollins, shaking with emotion, tried to compose himself. He backed away, eyes red, hands trembling, and voice cracking as he shouted, "Becky, what the hell is going on? How could you do this to me?" Becky Lynch, equally stunned by the intensity of the moment, pulled back, her own emotions a mix of shock, guilt, and defiance. "Seth, it wasn't supposed to happen like this. You have to understand." CM Punk, cool and calculated, interjected, his trademark smirk plastered across his face. "Seth, take a deep breath. This isn't personal, it's history. Moments like this don't come around every day. Becky and we're just breaking boundaries." Seth, unable to contain his heartbreak, collapsed to the mat, tears flowing freely as the WWE Universe watched one of the most human, emotional moments ever captured on live television. Fans across the arena and online empathized, angered, and debated endlessly. Could Rollins forgive Becky? Was Punk betraying the WWE family? And most importantly, what happens next? The commentary team, barely able to contain themselves, hyped the drama. This is unprecedented. Seth Rollins, one of WWE's top superstars, is in tears live on SmackDown because CM Punk and Becky Lynch just crossed every line imaginable. Social media is exploding, fans are losing their minds, and we are witnessing a scandal for the ages. The arena cameras panned across the crowd, capturing signs, fans screaming, and the chaos that ensued. Some fans were cheering for the scandal, some were booing Punk and Becky Lynch, and others were visibly upset at Seth's heartbreak. The atmosphere was electric, raw, and absolutely unforgettable. Backstage, other superstars were reacting live. Roman Reigns, AJ Lee, Charlotte Flair, and even Brock Lesnar were seen discussing the shocking events. AJ Lee's eyes narrowed with intrigue, Charlotte Flair looked furious, and Brock Lesnar, well, Brock was silent, but clearly observing, ready to pounce if the drama spilled into the ring. The segment continued to escalate as Seth Rollins, still overwhelmed with emotion, got to his feet, shaking, fists clenched, eyes red, voice cracking. "Becky, I trusted you. We were supposed to be a team, and this is what you do? I can't believe it. I can't believe either of you." Becky tried to approach him, reaching out, but Seth stepped back, his eyes blazing with a mixture of hurt and rage. The crowd erupted with chants of "Fight! Fight! Fight!" as the tension in the arena escalated to unbearable levels. CM Punk, sensing the escalating chaos, stepped closer, exuding confidence and dominance. "Seth, don't get in the way of history. Becky and we're making moments that will be remembered forever. You can be angry, you can cry, but you can't stop it." The WWE Universe erupted again, the chants louder, the energy in the arena almost tangible. Every camera angle captured Seth Rollins' heartbreak, Becky Lynch's conflicted expressions, and CM Punk's smug confidence. Social media exploded with theories, opinions, and fan reactions. Clips of the kiss went viral immediately, with millions replaying the shocking moment over and over. Commentators continued to hype the scandal. "Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolute chaos. Seth Rollins in tears, CM Punk and Becky Lynch shocking the WWE Universe." SmackDown has officially become one of the most dramatic, emotional, and talked about shows in WWE history. The repercussions of this moment will be felt for weeks, months, and possibly years. Becky, finally regaining composure, attempted to speak, her voice filled with emotion. "Seth, it happened. You have to understand, it wasn't planned, it wasn't meant to hurt you, but it did, and I can't take that back." Seth Rollins, fists trembling, took a step back, tears streaming down his face. "I don't care if it was planned or not. This is betrayal, plain and simple. I can't believe you, Becky, and you, Punk, you have crossed every line imaginable." The arena exploded again. Fans screamed at the top of their lungs, some cheering Seth's fury, others booing Punk and Becky, some just in shock at the audacity of the moment. Every fan watching knew one thing: SmackDown had just delivered a scandal of epic proportions. The commentators hyped the segment relentlessly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is unlike anything we've ever seen on live WWE television. Seth Rollins, broken-hearted, CM Punk, daring and defiant, and Becky Lynch, caught in a scandal that will dominate the WWE Universe for weeks. The tension, the emotion, the betrayal. This is why we watch WWE. As the segment ended, the arena cameras captured Seth Rollins walking away, visibly shaken, fists clenched, eyes red from tears. CM Punk and Becky Lynch stood in the ring, the crowd a mixture of boos and cheers, the WWE Universe completely captivated by the scandalous moment that had just unfolded. The narrative was clear: lives had been shaken, trust had been broken, and SmackDown had officially entered a new era of chaos, betrayal, and raw emotion. Fans immediately began speculating about the fallout, wondering who would take sides, what matches would ensue, and whether Seth Rollins could ever forgive the shocking betrayal that had unfolded live on television. The arena lights dimmed briefly, but the tension did not. Backstage cameras caught Seth Rollins pacing frantically, his mind racing, heartbroken, and fists trembling. The betrayal burned hotter than any fire he had faced in the ring. Crew members and fellow wrestlers tried to approach, but Seth waved them off, unable to articulate his emotions. "This isn't just a betrayal, it's a declaration of war," muttered one backstage official. Meanwhile, CM Punk and Becky Lynch were being interviewed by WWE correspondents. Becky, trying to explain, struggled to maintain composure. "It wasn't planned. I didn't. Seth, I didn't mean for this to happen live. I just live or not," Punk interjected, his voice calm but cutting. The moment made history. WWE fans saw what they saw. The universe is talking, and history doesn't wait for explanations. Commentators in the arena hyped the growing storm. Ladies and gentlemen, backstage tensions are higher than ever. Seth Rollins is devastated, CM Punk is smugly confident, and Becky Lynch is trying to navigate this scandalous moment. The WWE Universe has never witnessed something of this magnitude live on SmackDown. Back in the ring, a monitor displayed the footage of the shocking kiss. Fans screamed, some in disbelief, some cheering Punk and Becky, while many sympathized with Seth. Social media exploded with hashtags, #SethBetrayed, #PunkandBeckyScandal, and #SmackDownChaos. Within minutes, clips of the kiss were being shared millions of times. WWE news outlets, fan blogs, and international media picked up the story. Seth Rollins, finally regaining some composure, stormed back to the ring. His red eyes and trembling voice electrified the arena. "You think this is funny? You think this is a game? Becky, Punk, you don't just humiliate someone in front of millions and get away with it." Becky, trying to defend herself, stepped forward. "Seth, please, it wasn't about humiliation. You have to understand," Punk interrupted again, this time walking toward Seth with a calm, almost predatory demeanor. "Seth, step aside. What happened happened. You can cry, you can rant, but history is being made. And if you want to stop it, you better be ready to fight." Seth's fury finally boiled over. The crowd erupted as he charged at Punk, only to be met with a counter by Becky, who tried to restrain him. The tension was now at a boiling point. Backstage security rushed in, but the emotional charge was unstoppable. Fans screamed, standing on their feet, every second of this segment being captured on phones, cameras, and social media. The commentators hyped the moment relentlessly. "Ladies and gentlemen, the fallout is catastrophic. Seth Rollins, one of WWE's most respected superstars, is enraged and heartbroken. CM Punk and Becky Lynch have thrown the WWE Universe into chaos. SmackDown has officially entered uncharted territory." Backstage, Roman Reigns, Charlotte Flair, and other top superstars gathered to witness the unfolding drama. Roman's gaze was intense, Charlotte's jaw tightened, and even Brock Lesnar appeared intrigued. AJ Lee, seated at a monitor, smirked knowingly, seeing the seeds of future chaos being planted. Social media was ablaze. Fans speculated endlessly: will Seth confront Becky and Punk in a match? Is this the start of a bitter feud? How will SmackDown navigate this scandal moving forward? The WWE Universe couldn't get enough. Clips went viral, trending worldwide. News articles called it a scandal for the ages, while fan forums exploded with debates, reactions, and predictions. The WWE Universe was fully invested, emotionally and socially, in the unfolding drama. As tensions escalated, CM Punk grabbed the microphone again. "Seth, this isn't personal, it's business. The WWE Universe witnessed a historic moment, and history doesn't wait. You can cry, scream, or storm off, but the story doesn't end here." Becky, visibly shaken but determined, added, "Seth, I never meant to hurt you. I care about what we had, but what happened is now public. We all have to deal with it." Seth, his voice cracking, clenched his fists. "Deal with it? You humiliated me. I trusted you. And Punk, you have crossed every line imaginable. You both better be ready for the consequences." The commentators, barely containing their excitement, shouted over the rising chaos. Ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown has officially crossed into explosive territory. The scandal between CM Punk, Becky Lynch, and Seth Rollins is rewriting the rules of WWE drama. History is being made live, and fans everywhere are witnessing one of the most shocking segments in WWE history. Backstage cameras showed AJ Lee whispering to Roman Reigns and Charlotte Flair, clearly plotting future moves. Charlotte's expression hardened. She knew an opportunity was unfolding. Roman's eyes narrowed, sensing the perfect moment for revenge or intervention. Even Brock Lesnar's quiet observation hinted at possible future collisions. The segment closed with Seth Rollins storming out of the arena, visibly heartbroken, while CM Punk and Becky Lynch remained in the ring, absorbing the cheers and boos from the crowd. The WWE Universe erupted, fully aware that the scandal had set off a chain reaction that would dominate SmackDown storylines for weeks to come. Commentators concluded with one explosive statement: "This is chaos." Seth Rollins in tears, CM Punk defiant, Becky Lynch scandalous. SmackDown has officially entered a new era of unpredictability, betrayal, and drama. The fallout will be felt for months, and the WWE Universe cannot wait to see what happens next. The following SmackDown opened with the arena still buzzing from the shocking scandal. Fans were chanting, screaming, and waving signs, all reflecting the disbelief and chaos of the previous night's events. Social media was still on fire, trending with clips of CM Punk and Becky Lynch's live kiss and Seth Rollins' emotional breakdown. Every fan, commentator, and wrestler knew the fallout was about to explode. Seth Rollins appeared on stage, spotlighted, his red eyes and tense jaw betraying the storm inside him. The crowd erupted into a mixture of cheers and gasps. He held a microphone, shaking slightly, voice raw but determined. Last night changed everything. I trusted, I believed, I stood by you, and this is what I get. CM Punk, Becky Lynch, you humiliated me on live television, but I'm not done. Not now. Not ever. The camera cut backstage to CM Punk and Becky Lynch, who were watching the live broadcast on monitors. Punk smirked, clearly unbothered by Seth's fury, while Becky's expression showed a mixture of guilt and defiance. "Look at him," Punk whispered to Becky, "he's burning with anger. And that's perfect. Let him fight, let him destroy himself before he even steps in the ring." Becky hesitated, conflicted, but nodded, knowing Punk was manipulating the situation. Back in the arena, Seth's voice boomed, "You think your little stunt makes you untouchable? Tonight, I start the reckoning. I start with you, CM Punk. And Becky, you'll realize the consequences of your actions soon enough." The crowd erupted. Signs reading "Seth vs Punk, Justice for Seth," and "Becky lied," flooded the arena. Social media exploded with speculation: would Seth go after both of them? Who would come out on top? Fans debated, theorized, and even created viral memes capturing Seth's rage. Punk, seizing the moment, walked to the ring, microphone in hand. "Seth, calm down. Or don't. This is the perfect storm." The WWE Universe saw everything, and they're talking. This scandal, this moment, it's bigger than any one of us. It's history. And history doesn't wait for you. Seth, fists clenched, took a step forward. History? This isn't history, it's betrayal. And tonight, the history you make comes with consequences. Becky, stepping between them, tried to de-escalate. "Seth, please, don't, we can talk." Seth ignored her, pointing directly at CM Punk. "You. Tonight, I'm coming for you." The arena erupted into chants of "Fight! Fight! Fight!" as the commentators screamed, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is unprecedented." Seth Rollins is enraged, CM Punk is defiant, Becky Lynch is caught in the middle. The WWE Universe is witnessing a feud that will dominate SmackDown for months. The first clash came moments later. Punk and Seth collided in the center of the ring, fists flying, the crowd on its feet. Becky tried to intervene, but Seth was beyond reason, fury coursing through every punch and strike. Punk, using his experience, countered, sending Seth staggering into the ropes. Becky's voice echoed through the arena, "Stop it. Both of you. This isn't worth it." But the WWE Universe wanted chaos, they wanted action. Chants grew louder, fans screaming for punches, kicks, and signature moves. Every near-fall, dodge, and counter had the arena vibrating with excitement. Seth attempted a suicide dive, launching himself toward Punk, who sidestepped, causing Seth to crash into the barricade. The crowd gasped, then erupted into cheers. Becky, enraged, charged at Punk, only to be intercepted by him in mid-step. The tension was unbearable. Every fan, both in the arena and online, was glued to the screen. Commentators couldn't contain their excitement. Unbelievable. The intensity is off the charts. Seth Rollins, fueled by betrayal, is going after CM Punk. Becky Lynch is desperate to stop the chaos, but this is absolute pandemonium live on SmackDown. Backstage, other WWE superstars were watching with wide eyes. Roman Reigns, Charlotte Flair, AJ Lee all recognized the magnitude of what was happening. AJ smirked knowingly, already plotting her next move, seeing how the scandal created the perfect storm of chaos. Charlotte's expression hardened. An opportunity for personal advancement had just appeared. Roman's gaze was calculating, watching the emotional turmoil unfold, waiting for the perfect moment to intervene or exploit the chaos. As the brawl spilled outside the ring, Seth grabbed a steel chair, charging at Punk, but Becky dove in, taking the hit herself and sending the chair crashing harmlessly to the floor. The crowd erupted into a frenzy. The physicality of the feud had escalated beyond words. The WWE Universe was witnessing raw, emotional, and high-stakes action. Punk recovered quickly, delivering a sudden strike to Seth, staggering him backward. Becky, recovering from the steel chair incident, executed a precision dropkick to Punk, sending him crashing into the ropes. The crowd exploded again. Every move, every strike, every dodge magnified the drama of the scandal. The commentators screamed, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is pure chaos. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Becky Lynch are tearing SmackDown apart. The WWE Universe cannot get enough. History is being made live, and it is brutal, emotional, and unforgettable." As the segment climaxed, all three superstars were in the center of the ring, breathing heavily, bruised, and exhausted. Sweat poured, faces were contorted with anger and heartbreak, and the crowd was roaring with every chant. Seth pointed at Punk and Becky, voice cracking but determined, "This isn't over. Not tonight, not tomorrow, not ever. You've humiliated me, but you will pay. Every single one of you in the WWE Universe, you will see justice served." The camera panned over the screaming crowd, capturing the chaos, signs, and energy as social media exploded with clips, fan reactions, and debates. This was a moment that would dominate WWE conversation for weeks. The commentators closed the segment with intensity. "Ladies and gentlemen, this scandal has officially rewritten the rules of SmackDown. Seth Rollins, in tears and rage, CM Punk, bold and defiant, Becky Lynch, scandalous and conflicted. SmackDown has entered a new era of chaos, betrayal, and unpredictability. The fallout has just begun, and WWE fans around the world are hooked." The following SmackDown kicked off with an arena vibrating from tension and anticipation. The WWE Universe was on edge, still reeling from the scandalous events that had shattered alliances, trust, and friendships. Signs flashed across the crowd: "Justice for Seth, Punk and Becky, chaos, scandal of the year," while chants of "Fight! Fight! Fight!" echoed through every corner of the arena. Seth Rollins made his entrance, eyes blazing with fury, face streaked with tears from the raw heartbreak. Every step he took toward the ring was punctuated by deafening fan reaction. The camera captured the intensity, fans screaming, phones recording, social media exploding in real time. Every fan knew they were about to witness one of the most explosive segments in WWE history. "Seth, tonight you're going to regret every word," CM Punk's voice boomed through the arena, a microphone in hand, smirk plastered across his face. Becky Lynch followed, her eyes a mixture of guilt, defiance, and adrenaline. The arena's energy was electric. Social media hashtags were trending worldwide: #PunkLynchScandal, #Seth vs Punk, #SmackDown Madness. Seth took the mic, voice raw, trembling but powerful: "CM Punk, Becky Lynch, you humiliated me on live television, betrayed every ounce of trust, and now it ends. Tonight, I make history not by being humiliated, but by taking back what's mine. You crossed the line, and tonight, you'll pay." The crowd erupted, signs waving wildly, chants of "Seth! Seth! Seth!" filling the arena. The tension was unbearable. The commentators couldn't contain themselves. "Ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set. Seth Rollins, fueled by heartbreak and rage, is about to unleash chaos on CM Punk and Becky Lynch. SmackDown has officially crossed into unprecedented territory." The first clash came with brutal intensity. Seth lunged at Punk, fists flying, crowd screaming every second. Punk dodged, countered, and delivered a crushing blow that sent Seth staggering into the ropes. Becky, seeing an opening, executed a precision kick aimed at Seth, but he ducked, narrowly avoiding disaster. The WWE Universe roared in approval, every near-fall encounter increasing the tension tenfold. Backstage cameras captured Roman Reigns, Charlotte Flair, and AJ Lee observing, plotting, calculating. AJ smirked knowingly, Charlotte's jaw tightened, Roman's eyes narrowed. Even Brock Lesnar was watching, silent but intrigued. The chaos unfolding in the ring was a powder keg ready to ignite future storylines. The action escalated further. Seth, driven by betrayal and fury, grabbed a steel chair from ringside, charging at Punk. Becky intercepted, pushing Punk out of the way and taking the chair herself. The crowd exploded. Every fan, in the arena or online, was screaming, recording, sharing. Social media exploded with clips going viral instantly. "Ladies and gentlemen," the commentator screamed, "Seth Rollins is on a mission of revenge. Becky Lynch and CM Punk are in total chaos. The WWE Universe is witnessing history being written live." Punk, recovering quickly, executed a lightning-fast maneuver, sending Seth crashing into the turnbuckle. Becky, enraged and desperate, launched herself at Punk, but Seth recovered, intercepting her mid-flight. Chaos reigned supreme. Every strike, dodge, and signature move was met with deafening crowd reactions. The feud reached its crescendo when all three superstars collided in the center of the ring. The crowd was on its feet, screams and chants filling every inch of the arena. Sweat, bruises, adrenaline, and fury were visible on every face. The commentators screamed over the chaos, "This is insane. The intensity is off the charts. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Becky Lynch are tearing SmackDown apart. This scandal has turned into an all-out war." In the heat of the moment, AJ Lee made a surprise appearance, sliding into the ring and adding to the chaos. She targeted Becky Lynch first, throwing her out of the ring with a precision maneuver. Seth, enraged, charged at AJ, but Punk intercepted, sending both of them crashing to the mat outside. The arena erupted into a frenzy. The commentators hyped the moment relentlessly. "Ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown has officially exploded. AJ Lee returns to the chaos, Seth Rollins is seeking revenge, CM Punk is defiant, and Becky Lynch is in the eye of the storm. This is unprecedented." Backstage, Roman Reigns and Charlotte Flair were plotting their next moves, knowing that the scandal had created the perfect storm for future rivalries. The camera cut to social media reactions, fans debating, arguing, theorizing, and sharing every viral clip. Hashtags trend globally, the WWE Universe fully engaged. As the segment approached its climax, Seth Rollins, battered but unbroken, grabbed Punk and executed a high-impact signature move, sending him crashing into the mat. The crowd erupted. Becky, still recovering from AJ Lee's interference, staggered to her feet. Seth turned, glaring at both Punk and Becky, voice thunderous, "You humiliated me, betrayed me, and shocked the world, but this is just the beginning. Tonight, justice is served." The arena erupted into chaos, chants of "Seth, Seth, Seth," echoing throughout. Social media exploded with clips, debates, and predictions for the next SmackDown. The commentators concluded with intensity, "Ladies and gentlemen, this scandal has officially rewritten the rules of SmackDown. Seth Rollins, fueled by heartbreak and rage, has made a statement. CM Punk and Becky Lynch are in shock. The WWE Universe is witnessing the birth of a legendary feud, and the fallout will dominate SmackDown for weeks to come." The segment ended with Seth standing tall, bruised but victorious, as Punk and Becky struggled to regain composure. The WWE Universe was left in awe, social media ablaze, and the narrative set, betrayal, scandal, revenge, and chaos had officially rewritten SmackDown history.